Says we are live. All right, 1 second. All right, so we on.
Come.
All right,
Shalom.
shalom, shalom. All right, so before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukal Kwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from Great Millstone, Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kwadash. And pretty much this is a part 2 of the lesson that me and the brother Tazwan Gabar did earlier, going into, is it really worth it? All right. Because in the first part of the video, we was pretty much touching on how our people have to pretty much, give up their integrity to pretty much, receive the fame and fortune that they have in this world, man. All right. And in doing so, they muddy up their consciences to the point to where the Lord has no use for them, man, because they're compromised, man. Their spirits are given to Satan, man.
That's right.
So in this video, we want to do a continuation, on that topic, because when you go into, all right, what these celebrities, what they go through, that's not really talked about like that. The thing that they've done behind the scenes and the aftermath of seeing what their predicament they're in now, it posed the question of, is it really worth it, man? Because the glitz and the glamour you see on the TV screen, you see on the social media, like the Instagrams and all that, these celebrities really ain't living it up like how they make it seem like, man. And the backlash of what they go through behind the scenes, all right, as far as dealing with their demons or whatnot, you also got the actual predicament that they're faced with, man. Because a lot of these celebrities, they're broke. They're not as rich as they seem like, man. So it's like, you look at it like, man, these devils really did a number on our people, man, because our people went and did all this to sell out, and they're still not, they're still not happy, man.
That's right.
And you want to add anything? You go ahead, bro.
Khan. Just want to get a quick precept right fast, if I may.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah. Wait for 1 moment. This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. Speaking of these wicked sellouts, man. All right. Jake goes through all of these things to try and climb up the ranks in Esau's hegemony, only to fall along with him. Okay,
Yep.
The scriptures say, "Don't hand join in hand; the wicked shall not go unpunished." So a lot of our people have joined themselves to Esau, all right, making that covenant, which the scriptures say will be disannulled.
Add to your point. Bring out that Job again,
Okay.
because that goes right to what you was just saying, man. Because our people don't realize, here it is, you're trying to put yourself on the same level playing field that Esau's on, not realizing everything you're being told to do to get this success, it's gonna all be in vain at the end of the day, man.
That's right. Job chapter 20 and verse 4, it says, "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment."
The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. Because here it is, you're winning, but you're winning for a season. And as we always, look at throughout history, the wicked never really, they're never really on top for long, man. You see that in the movies. All right, the so-called the bad guy, the antagonist. That's the bad guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So the antagonist, he might get the upper hand on the protagonist for a minute, but then he always falls quickly, man. Because it was never meant for him to win long. All right. So these celebrities, and especially Esau, that's doing all this wickedness in the earth, hey, your moment is coming to an end very soon, man. All right, because Yahweh Shemel Shas, he's finna judge you for all the wickedness that you're doing in the earth, man. All right, because hey, Esau was using you sell out Jakes to further destroy our people, man. So you're destroying your own nation so that you can get on top, man, which is wicked, man. All right.
Precept.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me one moment. This is the book of Salakia. I don't know why my Google is tripping. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 14. It says, I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doth return from his wickedness. You can speak
and
on
that's exactly what's going on, man. All right, hey, they're strengthening the hands of the evildoers, which is pretty much doing the bidding of the Edomites, man. All right, and what does this devil promote for you to do, man? All right, promote adultery, promote witchcraft, promote Sodom. All right, they promote all the enchantments that Esau is using to help destroy our people, and you're being used as that instrument. Like I did a video last year going into these rappers, which we're going to play a couple of these rappers that are making the point known that these rappers are really instruments of destruction that Esau is using to enchant you people into living this detestable wicked lifestyle, man. All right, black culture is really being shaped by these rappers, man, because they're the biggest form of influence in the so-called black community now, man. And if you look at the trend of how these rappers have went, all right, hey, these new age rappers, these new generation rappers, man, they're totally demonic because they're the byproduct of the rappers that came before them, man. And then you got the celebrities as far as the actors, the actresses, the entertainers in the sports world. They're all pieces of shit because they're all being used to forward Esau's agenda, man. So all our people that sold out, man, the Lord's gonna destroy you, man.
God. Hey, in verse 14 in the latter, it says, they are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. And we know what happened with that.
Yeah.
The Lord rained down destruction. Yep.
Yeah. Because all the wickedness they was doing, man. And like you see that now. Okay. But I have one more for you, and then we're gonna play the video. So this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 14. It says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So everything that our people have done to pretty much, get to that success, it was all vanity and vexation of spirit, because now we're seeing the aftermath of how our people are reacting as the society begins to deteriorate, man, because as we're going to show in this video, our people are suffering. All right. The what they call the stars of heaven, they're falling, man. All right. And it's coming out of the truth behind their predicaments now, man. All right. A lot of them, they got to be and stay drugged up because they can't deal with the actions that they've done as far as them committing human sacrifice. All right. Them, doing a detestable, abominable acts, drinking blood, eating shit and piss, bending over and letting the goddamn small hat, run up inside of them, all that was done in vanity. It was all, bullshit, because as we read in Job, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. All right, your season is dwindling, it's coming to an end, man. Because when this society collapses, all those accolades and all that dollar that you were able to pretty much consolidate onto yourself, man, it's all going to disappear in a moment. You're going to be back on the very platform or position, Slocky. You're going to be back on the very position that you're running from, man, because you got these Jakes that make it. They'll say that, I'm never going broke. I'm never going to go back to that position. No, the Most High is going to bring you back destitute, man. All right. So I'm going to read it again. It says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit, because it's worthless. All right. And now you got to deal with the consequences of what you've done, man. All right. So we'll go into it. Matter of fact, one more. Get that Matthew, and then we'll go into that.
Salakia, brother. I'm trying to See what the hell is up on my MacBook?
It's not charging.
Nah.
That's Satan.
Lord willing, it stays on. It's on 8%. It says that the battery. All right, now it's charging. Hey, Brock, they out.
Right there, y'all. Let's shout. All
So,
right,
lock it, brother. You said to play the video?
now get the Matthews first. Matthew.
Okay, Con.
The 26.
Yep, Matthew 16 and
The 16.
26. I'll start at verse 25. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 25, it says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it."
And that's what what we're telling our people, man. It was done in vain, because here it is. You're trying to save yourself. Ultimately, you're gonna be destroyed, because instead of trusting in the Lord, you took matters into your own hands and went to Satan, and then Satan is gonna pretty much turn on you. Because hey, we tell this to Esau, but to you niggas out here too, man. Satan is a double agent working for you. How about Shimmy Shai, man? All right. So he's fooled you into thinking that if you bow down and worship him, that you're gonna be good. No, you're gonna be destroyed. All right, because you're trying to save yourself instead of letting Yahweh Shimmy Shai be the one to save you, man. Go ahead.
Verse 26, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul?"
What profit do you get to gain the whole world, to gain all the riches, the fame, the accolades? All right, but you have to give up your soul for it. Nothing at the end of the day, because you're gonna die, man. The Lord's gonna destroy you, and that's what that's what we're saying. When you get down to the meat of the matter, is it really worth it, man?
Nope.
Your conscience, like we went to the first video, your conscience, you have to live the rest of your life with your conscience defiled, man. You gotta live with whatever the hell you've done to get yourself in that position, man. That's not a good feeling. That's why, like I said, you see our people doped up and all these different drugs, to the point where you even got our people committing suicide. That wasn't a thing that so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans did prior to really since the lockdown, man. But in the recent years, man, suicide amongst the Israelites have rose expeditionally, man. If I said that word right.
Expeditiously, up. Yeah, a lot of Jakes are losing their minds, because as we're going into, man, when you enter into these rooms, when you enter into the realm of Esau's world, he defiles you Israelites intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I actually want to get a scripture on that.
Go ahead.
To show proof of it. Going back to the time of the Greeks, all right, when they defiled the temple, right? And what are they trying to do now? They're trying to defile, all right, our temple, which is these bodies, right? Let me see here. Bear with me one moment. This is First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 46. It says, "And polluted the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrificed swine's flesh and unclean beasts." So at the time, during this period, there was a mandated subjection for the Israelites to pretty much partake in the fashion of the Grecians.
That's right.
Okay. And it goes on to say, it says that they should also...
Run it back up to verse 11 and then jump back down to where you are.
Con. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It said, oh, beautiful point. First Maccabees 1 and 11. "In those days went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow."
Yeah. And this has happened in today's time. Right now, this is going into, when you go into the historical part of what this is talking about, all right, when we were put under subjection under Antiochus Epiphanes, all right, and we were getting, jacked up because he wanted us to put away our ways and worship their ways. But you can use that in today's time too, because that's what our people are doing now, man. All right,
right.
They'll go to Esau and pretty much beg him to pretty much do for them, because this is why you have the group called as the Black Boule, man. Because when Esau let us out of so-called slavery, you had a portion of Jakes that was like, look, we're nothing without the so-called white man, so we got to go to him and pretty much, ask him to continue to do for us, man. And that's why
Right.
you have, like I said, the Black Boule, who are like the gatekeepers for Jake to enter into that type of that part of the world, man. That the entertainment, the athletic, music, all that part. That's all from that portion. But they made a covenant with the devil, man, selling your soul, man, throwing your integrity away to get whatever it is that you want, man. But go ahead, you jump down.
God. Jumping back, First Maccabees, chapter 1. And matter of fact, I'll start up. First Maccabees 1 in verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is essentially what we see happening again, right?
Yeah.
This desire to pretty much bring everybody up under this NWO, all right, this one world system,
That's
all
right.
right, under the Edomites' reign, because these were Edomites at the time. Verse 42, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king, okay? And we are set to be a holy people unto the Lord, okay? But a lot of our people, in hopes of being able to climb up the ranks of Esau's system, they go about themselves, casting away the law, right? Casting away the order for the sake of being able to level up in his system. Con, go ahead.
Sirach 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one set up his own soul to sale, because he liveth. It says, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. You speak on it.
Yep. You cast away your order, man. Just so that you could get a crumb off the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the integrity, man. You lost your integrity. All to gain the world, man.
Yep. Finishing out that First Maccabees 1, it says, verse 43, it says, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath, which is what a lot of our people do, man. Right? When you enter into Esau's hegemony, as we have read in verse 46, it was to pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Okay? If you want to get a level up in this kingdom, that's what Esau wants you to do. To defile yourself, to pollute yourself.
Yeah.
And as we're going to go into these various Jakes, right, they speak of it openly. That there's an agenda against you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to defile you.
And I want to add to what you're saying, because now the temple that they're defiling is us. All right. Because we are the physical temple. So what they're doing is having Jake putting up wicked sacrifices amongst us, because they know that we're very influential people. So when we see our people doing, whatever that they're doing, they know that we're going to emulate it. So that's why they put up these different sellouts to corrupt us, so that they can give forth wicked sacrifices on their own, And I want to get this quick precept from the brother Shawai from the Raleigh camp. This is Habakkuk 2 and 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what Esau has done, because when you go into Matthew 4, I believe, when Yahushua got brought up to the top of the mountain by Satan, and he pretty much told him, like, look, if you want to gain, you can have all this, but you gotta bow to me. That's what these Edomites do to our people when they want to get to that fame, and what's presented with them, like, look, we got to have you do whatever it is that's going to defile you, and we're going to tell you, because what they said, they let them know that they're Israelites. All right, they tell them, all the things that they know as far as what their history is, so that when Esau has you take that wicked vow, you are knowingly throwing up a wicked sacrifice to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man. So all these wicked niggas, they know what they're doing, man. But they choose to do this because they have no integrity, man. So as it says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, man. All right, woe to you devils. You're going to pay for Yahweh by Shem Yahushai it's like you're gonna pay to Yahweh Shemel Shah for what you're doing to the Lord's people, because like you said, you're defiling His temple by having Israelites going off, man.
That's
You
right.
got it.
God. Finishing out Matthew 16 and 26 in the latter. I also start from the top. Matthew 16 and 26, it says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?"
Mm-hmm. Now we play the videos.
God.
We got a couple of videos that's going to just show forth of what we're talking about, man. You know, you got it.
Yep.
Man, look at the shit I spoke about. Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music? How many kids and people have gotten in the car or put this shit in their ears and actually hurt someone? And now I'm sitting back like, damn, I can't do it all in one day. But I promise to clean whatever I can clean. But it's gonna take time.
Ooh, look at the growth. This NBA young man right here, y'all. I don't know if y'all hearing it.
Right. You know, Jake always got to do that damn commentary like we give a fuck about what he got to say. But hey, the point of showing that, because NBA YoungBoy is one of many examples of the wicked enchantments that Esau is using our people to throw up, man. Because we know under NBA YoungBoy's influence, you have a lot of this younger generation crashing out, man. These niggas is just acting like total demons, because that's the music, the vibration that a guy like NBA YoungBoy he puts out, man. When you listen to this nigga music, man, it is highly demonic, man. You know.
Yep. The Ja Morants.
Yeah, that's a good example of that nigga. You know, and it's influential because hey, niggas like him, niggas like all these drill rappers, you know, these niggas that's all music is talking about, you know, shooting up people, doing drugs. The record labels they promote people like that on purpose, because they know that music has a high vibration, all right, that affects people, you know. So the shit that like he said that people are putting in their ear, he knows that it's influencing them to do wickedly, man. You know.
Yep.
You know, just to further that point.
And before, I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns.
This video right here is another rapper, Meek Mill, who goes in that same category as NBA YoungBoy. All right, but he's letting it be known that look, these record labels will pay them more when they make music that they know is detrimental to their nation, man. You know, because like you had a while back, well, a long time ago with NWA. All right, when they split, when Ice Cube split from them, all right, he you know, he made a diss song called No Vaseline, where he was pretty much dissing everybody in his old group. But then he made a line talking about their manager, which was a small hat. I think his name was what, Jared, was it something Henry? If you can look up his name real quick, the manager for NWA, I forgot his name. But he was a small hat.
Jerry Heller,
yeah. And Ice Cube, you know, pretty much mentioned in the song how he was pretty much, you know, he wished violence on him, you know, and all that. And he caught hell not for talking shit about his group labels, because he attacked Esau, all right? Because Esau doesn't want music going out there where it's talking bad about him, but he'll promote all music that is our people talking about murdering, killing, selling drugs to, defiling our women. You know, he'll promote that because he knows that that's fuel that he can use to destroy us with, man. You know.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and play that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Who's that? And before, I wasn't on stages like this. I was on rap stages rapping about, you know, violence and guns. You know that we get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff. So I make sure I even align and come on talk on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP, open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward because
of a nation. So here we are now. Our youth have been herded into behavior that is absolutely savage. But this was done by the government of the United States of America. I want to put the finger where it belongs. So there you have the Iran-Contra scandal.
You can stop it right there if it ain't stopped already.
Kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, because this is just showing forth that Esau is knowingly doing that. You know, he's promoting that because he knows that it's going to destroy our people even further, man. Because you emulate what you intake, man. You know. So I had a quick one. This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right, because here it is. Our people that were grinding to get to the fame, the fortune, and all that, they went with that tenacity to do that because they knew that they were being oppressed. All right, our people, we all come from distraught backgrounds. You know that's why you always hear people talking about the struggle, how they had to get it out the mud and all that. All right, but it says the gift destroyeth the heart because Esau, knowing our people come from that type of background, will incentivize them to look. If you truly want to make it, I can give you the life you want, but you're gonna have to bow. You're gonna have to bow the knee, and here's the thing that I want you to do to keep this. And if you want to, grow on this, and you want to grow, get on a higher level, all right. The sacrifices become more wicked and more abominable, man. All right. And then on top of that, Esau will pretty much, he'll hold some type of thing over your head. Because he knows that if you speak out, you pretty much will be outed. That's why a lot of these damn people that bent over, they're recorded. The ones that they sacrifice, man, Esau will, constantly put that out there. He'll leak that information. So these are the things that you see happen to our people, all because you wanted to get to that fame, man. You let that gift destroy you, man. And now you look at niggas like P. Diddy, man, Puffy, whatever you want to call this nigga. All right, he's a billionaire in the eyes of the people, but one mistake, that he made was making a covenant with Esau to think that fame and that fortune was always going to be there. Your name is always going to be looked at as good in the eyes of the media because he can destroy your reputation with one article, man. And that's what always happens with our people. When you fall out of favor with Esau, he'll always destroy you. He'll destroy you in the media first, and then he'll destroy your life physically if it comes down to that, man.
That's right. I just wanted to reference this case study that was done from this student from the University of South Florida named Lisa Blake.
Okay.
She posted this in June of 2022. It was an analysis of prescription drug brand mentioned in music. Now, she quoted a statistic. Let me see here. It says hip hop music has a reputation of including brand mentions and messages related to drug and alcohol use in lyrics. Now, remind you, the Amalekites, we know, run that industry.
Mm-hmm.
It goes on to say, in a content analysis of Billboard Top 20 songs from 2009 to 2013, rap had the highest percentage of songs, including brand mentions in lyrics at 73%. After analyzing the top 25 rap songs in 2017, researchers found that 48% contained references to prescription drug use, a large increase from 12% in 2007. So, as we know, these things, is going to go on to say, are becoming more prominent. It says there are many different forms of opioids with various levels of recognition in pop culture. Codeine is a commonly abused form of opioid that has been mentioned in numerous popular hip hop songs. Also known as lean, a combination of codeine and soda, codeine opioid abuse was seen heavily in 80 analgesic and opioid references found in the top 2017 rap songs.
Yeah, and they promote that, knowing that, Future is the main name that comes to mind that I can remember made lean, popular. Lil Wayne and different niggas like that, Pimp C, but they know Jake is influential, and he's able to use us to do things like that, man. Just to bring a precept in throughout that. This is Matthew. Sorry, that's not it.
And can I just add to that point? Just
Go ahead,
showing you the hypocrisy. Back in 2019, Future did an interview, and it was with that rap channel Genius, where you get the
Mhm.
lyrics from. And he said, "I don't want to tell nobody I stopped drinking lean." He said, "I didn't want to tell them because I felt like then they was gonna be like, oh, his music changed because he ain't drinking lean no more, or I can hear it when he changing." So
God damn.
here it is. This man is promoting you Israelites to drink lean, but he himself doesn't even do that shit, man.
Yeah, it was another interview he had with Nicki Minaj, where she was saying that he had told her, he was like, yo, he be how he does all this Molly and ecstasy and all this shit, drinking lean, in his songs. He told her, you don't even do none of that shit, man. Like it's a joke. We say down here in Charlotte, it was like, yo, this nigga Future, this nigga be eating goddamn gluten-free chicken nuggets, man. He don't be doing all that fucking, drinking. He said he don't drink. He said he ain't really smoke like that, man. So here it is. You're portraying this image that our people are thinking that you really do, and out here doing the shit, and you don't even do it, man. Because like I said, you're being influenced. Because a lot of Jake was introduced to these different opioids, these different habits, and different pretty much everything you see our people doing through the influence of rappers, hip hop in general. And everything literally is revolving around hip hop, especially now, man. But I found that this is Jeremiah 10:16. It says, "The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the right of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name." So it says the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, because we're the influential nation on the planet. What everybody sees Israel do, they're gonna do it, man. That's like how Beards ended up coming back into season, man, because of Jake. Guys like Rick Ross, is why you got people wearing their beards. Like even over in the Middle East, man, you got Ishmaelites with the bald head and big beard because they get that from Jake, man. So how much more, like I said,
That's
the
right.
negative things that we're talking about now, man. Lil Wayne was one of the main catalysts that I remember that was bringing in that cross-dressing bullshit, man. This nigga used to go out on stage with them tight-ass leggings, the Ugg boots. All right, that's when that shit really started getting into the whole gangster culture when niggas started dressing like faggots, because you had the androgynous people, from guys like Prince and on up. But that it's all through the music,
Yep.
And then,
What's that precept where, let me see. It was like in First Maccabees, I believe it's First Maccabees or Second Maccabees. They pretty much wanted, I believe it was Mattathias, to eat the swine, or seem to eat the swine, but he wouldn't eat it.
You talking about Second Ezra 6? That was with it wasn't Mattathias. It was his name started with an E. I can't think of his name at the moment. But yeah, Second Ezra, Second Maccabees chapter 6.
Oh, Eleazar.
Eliezer, yeah. Yeah, you can start at verse 17.
Khan.
Well, start at 18.
Khan. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 18.
You said Ezra Maccabees.
Salakia. Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 18. It says, "Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Mm-hmm.
But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live, stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment." It says, "As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. But they that had a charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king." So the reason I'm bringing this out is because, our people are very impressionable. All right. Our people, they look to the leadership and they abide by the things that they see their leaders do. Okay.
Mhm.
So with these guys out here, right, that have sold out to Esau, right, they're leading our people astray.
Mhm.
Okay. They're leading our people into various pitfalls to destroy themselves. And as that young boy video had played, they know it. This isn't something where it's just like, oh damn, I didn't know that I was doing that. Nah, these niggas know,
Mhm.
you know.
If
But
continue on, because that's going because what the what you're reading in that account, this is how a man with integrity, how he's supposed to move when he's presented with that temptation, man. Because as we
that's
read
right.
in that Matthews earlier, it said that he that saveth his life shall lose it, but he that loseth his life for my name's sake shall gain it. All right. So this is an example of what a righteous man of the Lord with integrity was supposed to do when faced with that temptation from Satan.
That's right. Verse 22, it says that in so doing, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age in the excellency of his ancient years and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather, the holy law made and given by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightways to send him to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Yeah.
just as the brother priest has said, this is a man of integrity. This is someone that looked at that looked at these people that were trying to destroy his nation and said, "No, I'm not going to have any part in that."
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because at the end of the day, he knew that with him standing up in front of his nation and seeming to defile himself, that was going to pretty much trickle out that vibe to all of Israel.
Mm-hmm. And show you how Satan worked, man. All right. When you read in Ephesians 6:11, I'm gonna just read that real quick in the NLT. If you can pull that up, you might be quicker than me. My phone tripping right at the moment.
What you wanted?
Ephesians 6:11,
Okay.
because I want to tie that back into the account you just read. Because what you had happen with Eleazar, pretty much Esau tried to persuade him. All right. He gave him, what alternative, options to pretty much sidestep his integrity and compromise with him. All right, in a way. So, damn, why's my internet tripping? If you got it, you can go ahead, bro.
Okay. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11 in the NLT. It says, "Put on all of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's armor, so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil."
Strategies of the devil. Okay, read it in the King James now.
Okay. Ephesians 6 and 11 in the King James Version, it says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil."
All right, so I have this here in gotquestions.org. It says, "What are the wiles of the devil?" in Ephesians 6:11. So it says Ephesians 6:11 warns us to put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. It says other Bible versions speak of the devil's schemes, strategies, or evil tricks rather than wiles. It says Scripture gives us insight into our enemy's tricks. And it quotes 2 Corinthians 2:11, how we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So it says here are some examples of the wiles that the devil uses, which we know that's the spiritual demon Satan, but he'll use it. He'll come in that way through Esau. So it says by challenging Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's word. Okay. The second one says challenging your identity, and then 3 it says to twist the scriptures to pretty much try to find a loophole to where you can use the scriptures to justify, conforming. All right.
Mhm.
And then number 4, it says offering a tempting alternative to obedience. So trying to wiggle, around what the law says, man. That's what the devil tried to do with Eleazar, because he was like, look, we know you're a magnet of integrity, so we know you're physically not going to eat the pork, but look, all you got to do is get whatever lawful meat that you choose and just eat that, but say you ate pork. And, we'll be good. And Eleazar, with his integrity, he knew, because he said he was an old man at that time. He knew that he lived his whole life prior to that moment in integrity. So he was like, I'm not going to throw my integrity away just to prolong my life a little season, man. All right, because at the end of the day, he knew he had to deal with the Most High at the end of the day rather than just dying right there on the spot and being afraid of Esau. So I say all that to say, bringing it back to our people now, our people have no integrity to pretty much, stand against Esau because they don't have the armor of the Most High, man. They don't have these scriptures inside of them, man. So when Satan comes to them at their weakest, at their lowest, and whatever method he uses to get them, whatever he says to them, they've been, because like I said, they have no integrity, man. And they are knowingly destroying our people, whether they're actually doing this shit or not, man.
That's
All right. So we're gonna get a couple more. So we're gonna go on to the second half of this lesson. So get 1 Timothy 6:10, and then jump down to 17. I'm gonna read this in Sirach real quick. This is Sirach chapter 40 and 12 in the GNT. It says, nothing that comes from bribery or injustice will last, but the effects of loyalty will remain forever. And that's what we was going into in the first part of this lesson, man. Because if you keep your integrity, the honor and things that you're going to receive from that is going to last forever, versus you being bribed into sin and you gaining the whole world. It's going to eventually come to an end. Because like we quoted earlier in Job, you're only going to win for a season, man. All right. It says, wealth that has been obtained dishonestly is like a stream that runs full during a thunderstorm, tumbling rocks along as it flows, but then suddenly goes dry. All right. And that's what's going to happen when Yahweh Shem Shai destroys this damn kingdom, man. All right. Your abundance is going to dry up, man. You're going to lose everything, man. So it would be better for you to just keep your integrity and deny it. All right. Deny yourself, man. All right. It's a scripture that in the apocrypha that goes into, and when a man, I forgot how exactly it was worded. It's like when a rich man approaches you, and brings you to his table, how you're supposed to pretty much deny him, man. You don't do any dealings with him, in so many words. You know what I'm talking about? You about to get it?
Yep.
And that's how you fight Satan off, man. Not giving into that temptation, man. Even though you're gonna be swayed in your mind, but your spirit has to overtake that, man. You can't allow yourself to get weak and fall to your lust, man. Because Satan's gonna play on that, man.
I'm trying to find a precept right now.
If you don't know where it's at, it's all good. But that was the point. And like I said, our people, they don't do that. They go into exactly what their lust wants, man, and they sell out. So when you see videos like how they'll pretty much come out and tell you how they sold their soul, they're fucked up internally, but they portray outwardly that they're living a good life, man. But we know that's not the truth, man.
Yep.
You got what you looking for?
Lord willing, I can find it.
I got one more while you're looking then. This is Sirach, chapter 18, verse 30. It says, go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign her, right? So you become a joke to your enemies, man, because they got you to break your integrity and sin against your Yahweh Shem Shai, man. That's why these elites will hold that shit over your head to make you stay in line, man. All right. If you suddenly your conscience gets the best of you to now you want to speak the truth, Esau will leak that video where you got bent over. Esau will pretty much find something that you've done. All right, like you're seeing with all these Me Too movements. They'll humiliate you for the whole world to see, and the whole time you're being chastised by the world. They're laughing at you, man, because you gave into your lust, man, and you gave Esau an open to pretty much go in and shame you, man.
Yep.
Oh, hey,
I think I got it.
Quantum Wap just put it on the screen. Proverbs 23.
That would work.
What you got? I'll put it on the screen.
I got Sirach chapter 31, and verse 12.
All right, read yours.
If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it,
Yep.
and say not, there is much meat on it. You know, so not being covetous,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately.
Yeah. Any more on that?
Let me see.
Yeah. Read down to read the 14.
God. Verse 13, it says, remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing,
Mm-hmm.
and what is created more wicked than an eye?
Yeah, because as it said in Matthews, man, the light of the body is the eye. All right, so if thy eye be single, then thy body is full of light. But if your eye is full of darkness, then the whole body's gonna be full of darkness, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not supposed to be covetous. All right, not going after your lust, man. Go ahead.
That's right. Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14, stretch not thine hand whithersoever it looketh, and thrust it not with him into the dish.
Yeah, have discipline, man. All right, which you're supposed to have physical discipline, but you also gotta have spiritual discipline, man. You know, because with the spiritual discipline, all right, you're able to have the wherewithal to know, okay, I know that if I compromise my integrity, you'll destroy your spirit, man. You know, you have certain things that you are not okay with, man, and you know it, especially if it goes against breaking your house by Shemi Shah's ways, man. You're not gonna take part in that, man. You know, but Esau is gonna play upon the flesh. All right, Satan's gonna go onto the lust that your flesh desires, man. And that's where the discipline has to kick in at to be like, nah, I stand on this line. I'm not crossing this line, man. So if anything that you're offering me crosses this line, I'm not gonna partake in it, man, because I know it's gonna destroy me, or you're gonna use me to destroy my people, which I'm not for that, man. You know.
That's right. Hey, the book of Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy.
That's right.
You know, that comes with, like the brother has said, being discerning, right? And ultimately having that discretion in your spirit.
Con. I'm gonna read this from Corner Wolf. Hey, y'all Shema Shah Baka Thumb, all the brothers and sisters watching.
Shalom.
This is Proverbs 23:1. When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. Know what you're getting into. All right, when you are being approached, because if Esau sees that you're of use to him, at some point you're going to be approached, man. All right. It says, put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, but they are deceitful meat. That's what we were just talking about in Sirach, man. You know, it's going to be full of meat, but you're not supposed to be desirous of that because it's always a snare. All right,
Exactly.
It's deceitful meat because it's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run, man. But they say in the
Right.
world, fast money is not good money.
Yep. Because at the end of the day, who prepared that table?
Your enemy.
Your enemy. So as the brother said, if your enemy is giving you a seat at the table, you got to be considering, why is my enemy wanting me to sit down? It's so he could use you to destroy your people.
Hey,
So he could use you. Oh, go ahead, brother.
That's like a fish point.
No, I was just going to, just reiterate that.
No, I was going to say, because I just thought about this. You have this, like, when you watch those period pieces, a king, when he would sit down with another king, that's why you have what they call a cupbearer, because that king will always have somebody to pretty much taste the food first before he partook to make sure the shit wasn't poison. All right? Because he knew that his enemy might want to kill him. And that's the same thing that we got to look at in the mind state of spiritually. The meats that Esau is given is poison, and as a man of integrity, you're supposed to, like you say, you're supposed to look at that like, yo, why is my enemy approaching me with an opportunity? Now, I know he's my enemy, and he knows I know he's my enemy. Then what beneficial, outcome is going to come out of this?
Right.
It's not going to be one for you. It's all going to be for him, man. Because like you say, he's going to use you to help destroy our people, man.
Right. And it's that saying in the world, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. At that point, when you go out here and you make that covenant with death, as the scriptures tell us, right? You're from that point on a turncoat to the nation of Israel,
That's right.
because at
Yeah,
that point you're not doing anything of benefit to us, right? You've befriended our enemy
that's
for
right.
your gain because you tossed your integrity to the side.
Hey, that's right on time, brother Shawad.
Mhm.
Proverbs 25 and 21. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. And that's how we're supposed to be, man. Hey, Baba Kushar, look up integrity.
Come. The word integrity, word integrity, according to the Free Dictionary, it says steadfast adherence to a strict moral or ethical code.
Hey, bro, if it's not in line with the scriptures, we don't partake in it, man. And that's in
Man, this
anything.
lesson heavy.
That's in anything, man. All right. Especially when it comes to Esau, man. All right, and
Yep.
his hegemony, because this system, as you quoted earlier in Micah 2:10, was all designed to pollute and destroy us, man. So,
Hmm.
in order for us to pretty much, keep our integrity, we gotta hold fast to this doctrine, man, the truth, the scriptures, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, these instructions
Yep.
that we were given is what's going to help us uphold our integrity and uprightness. That's what's going to help get us delivered out of this kingdom, man. Hey, we'll suffer
Yep.
being in poverty until the kingdom comes, man. Because at the end of the day, we're not really poor. We're poor physically, all right, but spiritually, and we're the most richest people on the planet because we have Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai guiding us in this world, man. And
Right.
the riches are going to show during the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
That's right. The scriptures speak about how Yahweh Shai will not leave us comfortless.
Mm.
Right. So in the world that's literally crumbling, you got Esau losing his fucking mind, 2/3 losing their mind, the heathen losing their mind. As we had played in part one, that clip, you see these people, they live in prosperity, but would you really want to trade places with them if you knew their conscience? We know their
Man,
conscience according to the scriptures, man. These
true.
people are through because they've casted their integrity to the side.
Yeah. Like I said, they can't live with themselves, man. Like I said, that's why they got to stay doped up. That's why they always walking around with them dark ass shades on. All right, they talk
Yep.
about how they took all the mirrors out their house, and then on top of that, like I said, you look at it, spiritually, they're plagued by demons, man.
100%.
100% plagued. They got legion with them, man. And you've heard different videos of these celebrities literally flat out tell you that, man.
Right. Why they?
You know?
How is it that they've managed to get these riches, but they're killing themselves? They're deleting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're going through all of these various problems, like that song, "More Money, More Problems."
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Why is it that your increasing riches have brought more problems for you? It's because you casted your integrity away,
Yeah.
and now you're burdened with the issues of this life that you've entered into, this covenant that you've entered into with the Edomites, man.
Right. All for money, man. Matter of fact, before we go on, get that First Timothy.
God, I got it. This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare,
They that
and into
whew.
many." Mhm.
Before you go on, I got this last verse in Proverbs 23:4 just to set the tone for that. No, actually, no. Keep going. I'm gonna say that. Keep going. It's like it.
First Timothy 6 and 9, it says, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and
Yeah.
into many foolish and hurtful lust."
And many
Which
foolish and hurtful lusts. Oh, go ahead.
it says, "which drown men in destruction and perdition."
Hey, you destroy yourself, man. You destroy yourself spiritually, mentally, physically,
Financially.
every level you destroy yourself, man. That's why we said
Yep.
these are deceitful meat. It's not beneficial
Yep.
to you, man. Because real riches come from wisdom, which we're gonna get into, Lord willing, man. But
Right.
all the money that you do this for, man, it's going to destroy you, man.
Right. That's why the scripture, as we read in Job 20, it said, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. You was on a high, but you're going to come down from that. And on the way down, it's a crash. You know, that's why you see all of these celebrities when they're going out the door, they're just going through it. You don't ever see a celebrity just make a smooth transition out of stardom. It's just
Nope.
it's just a crash. It's just a crash land for a
Crash
lot of
and burn.
Israelites, man. Exactly. You want me to keep reading?
That was verse 10.
No, that's not verse 10. Verse 10 is
You got to go ahead.
God. Verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love
Which
of money.
whilst
Because see, you have people in the world that say, see, it's the love of money is evil. No, it's the love of money that's evil. Go ahead.
Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Right. It's like we've been going into, man. They had to sell out. They had to destroy their conscience, man. They had to defile themselves, become abominable, all for the love of money. All right, because they couldn't control that lust for riches, man. You know, they couldn't pretty much, get themselves to a point to where they was content. Like the scriptures say, man, give me not, you know what I say? I think it's in Ecclesiastes, but pretty much I don't want to be rich. I want to be poor. You know, give me bread that's convenient for me. I forgot how it's worded.
Give me riches, give me poverty nor riches. I got it.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies. Ooh. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the exact opposite of our people. This is Isaiah chapter 59 and 4. It says, none calleth for justice, nor any pleaded for truth. It says they trust in vanity and speak lies. So our people, they're cleaving to this, right? They cleave to the excessive pride. When you go into the definition of vanity, it goes into excessive pride or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements, right? They trust in the lies of Esau, right? The scriptures speak about how they say to the prophets, speak unto us smooth things, false things. That's the mindset of our people. And that's why a lot of them are going to be cut off and die pursuant to the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter.
That's right.
It says they conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity. So this cycle our people are on is full of vanities, lies, mischief, and ultimately brings forth nothing but sin, which is an Achilles heel for our nation, man.
Yep.
So it's a never-ending cycle of madness. But what we're reading right now that the brother priest Amawan had called for in Proverbs 30 and 8, reading it again, it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. So what does that mean? That's the reformation of your mind, right?
Yep.
Are people looking at the state of our nation and saying, no, we have to seek after the old past pursuant to Jeremiah 6 and 16, which is to cast away the vanity and the lies. Continuing on.
Putting off the world.
Exactly.
We don't aspire to be anything in this world because we know this world is going to pass away, man.
It's not
and
worth it.
We know what comes with being in this world, like you said, because it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. Continuing on, verse 8, it says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Yeah, which is the scriptures, man. This is the true nourishment, all right? Because like we read earlier, all right, all the works of this world is all vanity and vexation of spirit, man. You know, it's an empty place inside of you that only the Most High can feel. Like, hey, I was watching that It Is What It Is with Cam and Mace, and Mace had said a real spiritual heavy point. He was like, they was talking about, pretty much what's wrong with this new generation, and Mace was like, man, they're void of God, man. You know, they have, pretty much life cut up into this pie, and it's like the main equivalent that's missing is God, and that's true. because you
Mhm.
see all the celebrities of the world, man. They have everything but that last piece, and that's why they can't never get true fulfillment. You'll see them like Tank. You just had Tank come out and he converted to Islam because he's trying to find the Most High, man. Kanye, all right, he was looking for the Most High. He's still calling on Jesus or Yeshua. You know, they're trying to find the Most High, but they don't have it because ultimately the Most High doesn't want them. Yahweh Shemel Shah rejected them, man, and that's why they're miserable. You know.
That's right. Jumping back to the 1 Timothy 6 and 11,
Slaki,
it
real quick.
Con.
This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 7, just to tie in what I said. It says, all the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what hath the wise more than the fool? What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? And what we have over the rich is we have our integrity, we have a clear conscience, and most importantly, we have Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay.
That's right.
It says, better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. Because at the end of the day, we understand, we know what's at stake, man. We're not going to compromise our peace of mind for anything. Not riches, not fame, not no goddamn woman, not even our families, man. If it, you said it earlier, if it's having you go against your power, then hey, it's null and void, man. You know, the Most High comes first, man. You know?
God. And if I could add to that point, if you find yourself in that moment, know that that's a test from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yeah. You're having your Job moment.
Yep.
It says, that which have been is named already, and is known what is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Because we know we can't battle Satan and win, man. This is why the scriptures tell you to pretty much, you know, resist Satan and he shall flee. Another one tells you not to give place unto the devil, man. So don't even put yourself in that position to where you're even presented with that type of lust, man. Because if you know that you're going to fall to it, then don't even put yourself in that position, man. Just be content with what you got. You know, it says, seeing there may be many things that increase vanity. What is man the better? For who knoweth what is good for man in this life, all the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow? For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun, man? All right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua knows better than any of us that hey, this life is pointless if we don't have him in it. All right, so our focus should be on the Lord and not on trying to forward ourselves in this world, man. Because it's eventually, if you try to forward yourself, man, Satan's going to require a price from you. You're going to destroy yourself, man.
That's right.
You got it.
Con. Jumping back to that 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 11, it says, but thou, O man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. You know, the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Exactly. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is literally giving us the playbook on how we should lead our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because this condition that we read in verse 9 and verse 10 is the condition which has drove a lot of our people insane. And we've seen prominent figures in our nation that have reached a certain level of stardom, and they're just plagued. Like niggas will say like, I wish I ain't have this money. I wish I could go back. Like think about the power behind what they're saying. You got Israelites that come from impoverished conditions, achieve a level of stardom, and they're saying that they want to go back. There was a video of not a video, but there was a quote on from Young Dolph on his Instagram. He was pretty much saying that the only place that he felt comfortable was in the hood. This is a multi-millionaire. Why is it that his condition as a multi-millionaire, his predicament, he feels better being around a bunch of hood niggas? Because you don't achieve anything really. You don't achieve anything when you climb to that level, man. It's not worth it.
Like you said earlier, more money, more problems, man. You know, you have all these Jakes pretty much tell you their life was better when they were broke because the influence that Satan had over them wasn't as prevalent as it is now. And that's what we're getting into in this whole lesson. It's not worth it, man. Because the shit that you had to do, it far outweighs what you have. Because the money that you have is worthless and it's fleeting. Because every second the dollar is being devalued to it, and we know this dollar's gonna crash eventually. All right, the fame that you have is fleeting, and it's subjective, because the public opinion can change on you at the snap of a finger. One moment you're on top, and then one news article, one fucking hey, you got niggas
Jonathan Major.
Yeah, I was gonna say with these gangster niggas, you come to find out you work with the police, the papers get shown, now everybody hates you. Now you're a rat.
Right.
You know, now you're a snitch. You know. And
right. Is it?
Go ahead, Slocky.
And I was gonna say it's a quote from Warren Buffett. He says that it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 seconds to destroy it.
All that shit you did is in a snap of a finger changes. The Most High steps in and like, look, this is why you shouldn't have sold out. You know.
Yep. So, Lucky, I said 5 seconds. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it.
Yeah.
And he says, if you think about it, you'll do things differently.
Yeah. So let's get that Taraji P. Henson video.
It's out. I may get rid of the unions. SAG is.
Salakia.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
That conscience all fucked up.
This is a wicked bitch, man.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay? So do the math. Now we have 5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed. Sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired.
See?
I'm tired,
Is it
boss.
Is it
tired,
worth it?
Boss.
It's not worth it, man. You see her, like you said, her conscience is fucked, and then on top of that, she's showing that she's not getting the money that you thought, because they see us when we were young, growing up, seeing these people in these positions. You know, we thought they was multi-millionaires. We thought they was rich. Nah, that's not the case, man. You know, look at another one, Terrence Howard.
Nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went,
wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to
$12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I gotta sue Paramount or send them a letter.
Are you serious?
I gotta send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't.
I
they
remember the
made
movie
$1
Crash.
billion.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling.
As you and I were.
Straggling.
Because
Straggling.
Esau is taking everything, man. You know, that's why you had the what was it, the SGA strikes, the writer strike recently.
Yep.
Where all the actors in Hollywood they was boycotting. And a couple years back, you had the NBA Players Association. They had they boycott. You had the NFL. They had their boycott. You had all these different communities of Jakes that were on top. They're protesting because Esau Edom is fucking them.
Yep.
In more ways than one. Okay.
For
because,
real.
hey, this devil is gonna get his regardless. You know, and you're gonna be left with crumbs, man. That's why it's like Haggai 1:6, that bag full of holes, because that's the curses, man. All right.
Yep.
Did you get that Deuteronomy, Baba Gashah?
Khan. I just wanted to add right quick. I had looked up Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard's net worth. Taraji P. Henson has a net worth of alleged $12 million, and Terrence Howard has a net worth of alleged $5 million. But like we showed you in the video from the horse's mouth, they don't got that money.
Hell no.
So like Taraji said, the math ain't mathing. That covenant ain't really what you thought it was, Jake. That covenant, hey, this devil is a truce breaker from his inception, man.
Right. You're not gonna get on
better.
top. You're not gonna get on top when messing with Esau. Before you get that, so I can finish that Timothy.
1 Timothy.
Yeah, jump down to 16 and read this or from 17 down to 19.
God. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 17. It says, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches.
Yep.
But in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
Okay, that's what we were saying, man. Hey, when you do deals with the devil, man, it never works out for you in the end. All right. So what we're telling our people, all right, it's not worth it for you to sell out to this man, because you're gonna lose on the back end, man. You know, and at the end of the day, you're gonna have to face the Most High after all that. Okay, so you're actually losing twice. You know, but at the end of the day, man, these people that's proud because they got money, they trust in uncertain riches, because them riches they're gonna flee from them, man. When this society is destroyed. All right, but it says you're supposed to trust in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, who's the one that made you rich, man. Okay, but he made you people rich, all right, to be a snare unto you. All right, he's gonna make us rich when we pretty much are saved, man. You know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 18, it says that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate. Verse 19, laying up in store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life.
And that's what we aspire to have, man. All right, riches in the next life to come. Okay, so that's why we're willing to sacrifice carnal riches on this side. All right, to be rich in the kingdom, you know, because the riches that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna provide, all right, it's gonna far outweigh the riches that Satan, you know, Esau Edom can give us, man. You know, because this money that he's giving us, it's gonna be done away with, man. You know, 2 Peter 3 tells us this world is gonna pass away. All right, so add one more to this. This is back in Proverbs chapter 23. I'm gonna read it from verse 1 again, the points in 4. It says, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat, if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. All right. Stop trying to chase the bag, Jake, because as we've been going into this whole lesson, it's pointless for you, because it's all deceitful at the end of the day, man. This devil is only going to allow you to have so much that he wants you to have, man. And he's going to constantly remind you that, look, no matter how much money you have, you're still a slave to us, man. And that's the point. Why be rich when you have to be an even bigger slave to him, man? All right. It says, without set thy eyes upon that which is not, because like we said, these riches are not real riches, man. This money's not backed by anything, man. All right. It says, for riches certainly make themselves wings, they fly away as an eagle towards heaven. And these riches are going to dissipate once the society is crashed and its economy crashes, the dollar is done away with. And the only way for you to get those riches truthfully is for you to get that charagma, which is going to seal your destruction, man. So it's pointless for you to be rich. Do niggas that's rich now that got money, all right, whether you're a celebrity or you're just an average nigga that's got $1 million in their account, the Lord has allowed you to get that to be a snare unto you, because that's going to be your main catalyst to go get that chip, because you want that money again, man. You don't want to go back broke, man. You know?
Yep. You want that Deuteronomy?
Yeah.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 28. And you want me to start at 16? Or straight to the point?
You start at 16.
Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Mm-hmm.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Right. So this is another aspect of why we say, is it worth it? Because no matter what you do, Jake, you're not going to escape the curses, man. As it says, I think later on in that chapter, it said these curses are going to cling to us forever, which we know that forever is just talking about the period of time, which where that period of time is going to end when we're delivered out of this captivity. But you're not going to escape the curses, man, because all these Jakes that accumulated wealth, when you look at our people, they all died in poverty, you know, and we got some examples. All right, so this is from AtlantaBlackStar.com. Title says 5 black celebrities who became super rich but died in debt. So they got Michael Jackson. Okay. It says next one. Marvin Gaye. We know Red Fox was one. Gary Coleman, Joe Lewis, just to name a few names. If you got any up top of the head, you can list yours too, bro. It's a bunch of names you can just look up. All right, black celebrities who died rich. I mean, who black rich celebrities who died broke. You know, you're gonna see a bunch of names, man. You know, but that's the curse is taken in, because you said it earlier before we got on the camera. You come into this world, broken alone. You're gonna leave this world broken alone, man, because that's the curses. You know, especially if you sell out to Esau.
Yep. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I can find some.
Yeah, if not, you know, it's all good. The point was made.
Okay.
All right, so from there, we got Proverbs 11:4. And that's really all I had left, unless you had something else.
I'll grab that. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath. Ooh, matter of fact,
go ahead.
Let me start off. I know the brother had put this on a comment board, but I'll just start from there. Proverbs 11:3, it says, the integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit. The integrity, right? As we've been speaking on in this lesson, right? This is what's leading us, the hopeful elect, to the path of righteousness, all right, to the kingdom. Okay, whereas the perverseness of our people corrupting themselves to get a leg up in this society, it's led to their destruction. It's led to the demise of a lot of our people.
That's right.
Okay, because it ultimately leads to them putting themselves at odds with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Verse 4 says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You know,
righteousness delivers from death. You can't buy your way out of judgment, man. All right. See, Jake thinks they're gonna be able to pretty much, buy their way, to safety. No. The judgments that the Lord has set in place, all right, they're set in stone, man. All right. The death angels the Lord has for you, they're all beside you as we speak, waiting to get that green light from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to execute the judgment that they were given to do, man. You know? So you're not going to be able to buy yourself out of that shit, man. You got something?
Right. That's it.
Kind. So like it says, man, Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death, man. So your common sense should kick in to see, like, look, it's not worth it to be rich on this side, man, to be famous on this side, man, because I got to destroy myself to be able to get that. So what I got to do, all right, is seek the Lord, man. All right, because the scriptures say this. Proverbs 3:15. It says she is more precious than rubies. The she is talking about wisdom. Okay, wisdom is more precious than rubies, and all things that thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Because Sophia is going to be the one that's going to deliver us, man. Not money. You know, not this whack ass dollar, not that charagma, not any of Esau's promises, man. Only Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to deliver us, man. Okay?
Yep. I wanted to grab something right quick, if I may.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Proverbs 10:2, it says, treasures of wickedness profit nothing.
Ooh, man.
And that's literally everything that you got to do to get some type of ends.
God damn.
In Esau world, man. If you wanna be esteemed as the Lil Uzis, the Kanyes, the Bad Bunnies, right? You're gonna have to go out there and defile yourself. You gotta be wicked as all hell, man, to accumulate this rich lifestyle. But that's not anything, right? It don't profit you, as the scripture said. But it goes on to say, but righteousness.
You gotta run that back from the top. All right, that's a hot boy right there.
Con. Proverbs 10:2, it says, treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. Again, and we coming into a time, like the brother has said, you're not going to be able to buy your way out of judgment. Okay. Everybody is going to have to give an account, whether good or bad, before the day of judgment. So by leading a life that's conducive to your well-being and the world, because when we are out here as Israelites, we are to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments. In the land of our captivity, we rehearse these things. Okay. But it ultimately is reflected in how we live, and the Lord is going to be pleased with the elect, with how they've lived, man. They're going to be accounted worthy. Verse 3, it says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. Okay. So when your pursuit of trying to climb out the bottom of the barrel, right, you defiled yourself, but your substance is not going to be accounted for anything. The Lord is going to cast that away. Whereas for the ones that are, the meek of the earth that are suffering, right, the Lord is going to take care of us, because the ones that are truly suffering are the Israelites. Okay. But standing for our integrity, standing for righteousness, will be preserved, and we won't be left wanting. We won't be famished.
Because we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has given us everything that we need, man.
That's right.
Like you read in that Proverbs earlier, man. He's giving us food that's convenient for us, because like in the Lord's Prayer, it says to give us our daily bread. We have just enough to get us to the next day, man. Some brothers have a little bit more than other brothers, man. Hell, we got brothers in the truth that pretty much, that was on that stage, man. That had that money. That's brothers that's well off. But they understand that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the one that's in control of all that, man.
Yep.
And they don't rely on the money to corrupt them, man. That fame to get to their head, man. You got guys in the circumcision that's trying to get famous with this truth, man. But once again, is it worth it? Because for you to get that acclaimed fame that you so desire, look what niggas is doing to the doctrine, man. Adding all type of bullshit ass breakdowns, all right, bringing the world into the truth. That's not beneficial to the flock, man. you're no better than these niggas that's in the world. Actually, you're worse because you know the truth, and yeah, you're still doing this bullshit, man. You know, that's where the Lord's going to destroy you, man. I always bring out in Jeremiah, man. That's that. Let me get it. Yeah, you niggas is despicable, man.
Right, and I got one last one to end it with too.
This is Jeremiah 48:10. Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood, man. Because you got Israelites in this truth that are using the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to get rich and famous, man. Hey, the Lord's going to destroy you niggas for destroying your Israelites that's out here following you, man. Well, his Israelites that's out here following you, man. All right, that's leading the congregation of the straight. You got a special judgment for you niggas, man. And like I said, you're going to get it worse than the celebrities because here it is, you know you're Israelite. You're teaching about how you're Israelites, and yet you're still doing the same thing these niggas in the world is doing that's sold out, man.
That's right.
You got it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1 and 21. It says, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. So you came into this world with nothing. You're going to leave this world with nothing. It says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gave, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hath taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So the point is, look, the Lord can give you these things, like the brother priest has said, as a tool for your destruction, as we see these wicked ass niggas that have defiled themselves. And at the end of the day, the Lord can take it away. So is sacrificing your integrity and your moral code worth it? Because that's what it truly boils down to. Is bending the knee to the Edomite truly worth it? Is bending your knee in the time of great persecution worth it? Is bending your knee and when Esau shuts down this system and introduces the MOTB worth it?
Nope.
The Lord give and take away.
I got one more for us. Sirach 31 and verse 5. He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have good thereof. It says, Saki, he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. Saki, slip of the tongue. It says, gold hath been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. The point. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold, because that man or that woman, all right, they kept their integrity, man. They trusted in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. We didn't compromise, man. It says, who is he? And we will call him blessed, for wonderful things have he done among his people, which is be that righteous example of how to be in to the eyes of our people, how Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is supposed to look. It says, who have been tried thereby and found perfect, then let him glory who might offend and have not offended, or done evil and have not done it. Okay? Because we know that the righteous are going to be lifted up even more. It says, if his good shall be established, and the congregation shall declare his arms, man. So the point being that the ones that forego the riches and the fame on this side, you're going to be blessed in the kingdom. This is why, Lord willing, hey, we're sacrificing everything, all right, for Hamashiach's sake, man, so we can gain those riches in the kingdom of heaven, man. Like it says in Matthew 6, store up thy treasures in heaven, where moth and rust doeth not corrupt, and thieves can neither break through nor steal, man. Okay? We look for them spiritual riches, man.
That's right.
Yeah, anything else?
All
right, so we can end it right there. You know, we went a little longer than we thought we was going to, but hey, the spirit was talking. Hey, it was a heavy lesson through the spirit. So, hey, Lord willing, man, You brothers and sisters that tuned in, man, and that will tune in later. You're edified off of this, man. So with that, we want to give our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukar Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in our truth and sincerity. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom.